Straight ahead on this week's Falcon Fever, the baseball team tried to please the hometown crowd in a 3-game series over the weekend. See if they defeated Peach Belt opponent Augusta State.
And seniors play their last game on the home court. See if they added any W's to their record. These stories and more on this week's Falcon Fever. Welcome to Falcon Fever, your source for all Montevallo sports. I'm Coleman Sears.
Hey there, and I'm Daniel Vest. Let's hit things right into action with baseball. The baseball team has had a busy week as they played 4 games in 3 days. The Falcons and the Alabama Huntsville Chargers met on the diamond for the second time this season on March 30th. While the Falcons took the first meeting 9-5, UAH took this match 7-2. The Falcons were led by senior Josh Dabbs. He was 2 for 3 at the plate. He smashed 2 solo home runs and racked up 2 RBIs and 2-run scores. He also had a walk in the game. Bladen Rosenberg went 2 for 4. Sophomore Devin Davis picked up the loss in his first decision of the season. He went 4 1/3 with a pair of strikeouts and walks. had 8 hits in the game, along with 2 errors. And after that game, the men traveled home to play host to Augusta State at Kermit A. Johnson Field.
That's right, Daniel. The Falcons faced the Jaguars 3 times in 2 days.
Let's check out the stats from those games.
In Game 1, the Falcons had the bats working, but could only manufacture 1 run and kept the Falcons from pulling out the win. had 9 hits and were led by senior Josh Dabbs and junior Chris Ross, who both had 2 hits. Dabbs went 2 for 3 with a walk, and Ross went 2 for 4. Heath Peterson had the lone RBI, scoring Ross in the bottom of the 6th. Will Dismukes pitched 8 innings, allowing 8 hits and 5 walks while striking out 7. With the loss, Dismukes' record stands at 3-4 on the year. The Falcons fell 5-1.
Games 2 and 3 were played as a doubleheader on Saturday. The games added extra motivation as the Montevallo Mass Communication Department live-streamed the games on the athletics website via Pinnacle Sports. According to Pinnacle, almost 300 viewers watched Montevallo sweep the doubleheader, and the Falcons were the most watched live-streamed event that day. The guys were able to withstand a late run by the Jags to win 5-4 in the early game. Chris Ross drove in 2 while going 2 for 4 at the plate. He also stole a base. Bladen Rosenberg had an RBI going 1 for 3. Josh Headley was also a big headache for Augusta State. He went 2 for 4 at the dish, scoring a run and swiping 2 bases. Kyle Butler lasted 6 strong innings, picking up the win and improving his record to 4-3. He gave up just 1 run, striking out 7. Wes Rich saved his 4th game of the season.
Joey Noro came in during the 4th inning to pick up the win in the nightcap. He went 3 1/3, shutting out Jaguar batters and striking out 2. Scotty Deason provided some run support for the Falcons. He belted a home run over right center field as scored early in the game and often. Deason went 2 for 4, also scoring 2 runs. Chris Ross had another big game as he went a near-perfect 4 for 5 at the plate. He had a double and an RBI. Will Fulmer went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs and a run scored. Following the series win, the Falcons' record improves to 16-17. The men face North Alabama on the 6th and then travel again on the 9th and 10th to go up against Flagler College. Tune in to Falcon Fever next week for updates from those games.
Next on tap for the men and women's golf teams is a road trip to Pooler, Georgia for the PBC Championship Tournament, which starts April 12th.
Falcon Fever wishes both teams good luck in the tournament and the preparations leading up to it.
Well, you've been keeping up with some of the tennis, Coleman?
I've been trying to, man, but they just hadn't been pulling it out this year, so it's been a little slow, a little slump this year.
Yeah, it's been a tough going.
The Falcons hosted a PBC opponent and #1 ranked Armstrong Atlantic on March 30th. The Falcons were bested by the Pirates, falling 6-0. The rain-shortened match left the Falcons and the Pirates only playing the singles matches, and 1 by 1, Armstrong Atlantic dominated all 6 of the singles matches, and they took the entire game and shut out players.
The tennis team hosted USC Aiken on April 5th for one of their final 2 home matches. The Falcons were down 9-0 by the Pacers. In the singles and doubles competition, USC Aiken dominated over the Falcons. It has been a difficult year on the hard court for So far, the team's record is 4-17 overall and 0-11 in the PBC Conference.
The seniors want to turn things around against Clayton State Wednesday afternoon. Highlights of the game are still underway. We'll have them for you on next week's Falcon Fever.
The ladies will wrap up their season April 8th against Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, then April 10th in Pensacola against Florida Southern. Time now for our Falcon Fever Player of the Week. And this week the honor goes to senior Josh Dabbs of the baseball team.
Josh has had a solid last 4 games en route to helping the Falcons split those games. Josh belted 2 home runs against Alabama Huntsville and drove in a run against Augusta State in Game 3.
On the year, he's batting .344 with 8 homers and 22 runs batted in. Congratulations, Josh Dabbs. You're the Falcon Fever Player of the Week. Well, Coleman, looks like that's all the sports we've got for you this week. Don't forget, guys, this is the second to last episode. Next week will be our last episode, so make sure you tune in for that. Don't forget, if you have any pictures of Montevallo sports or video of sports on the road, send them, please, to umfalconfever@gmail.com. You just might see them on our next show, our last show.
And if you'd like to watch more Falcon Fever episodes, don't forget to tune in on YouTube at Montevallo 4U. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to catch the fever.